Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
A miracle. A motorist narrowly escaped death when gunmen shot up his car on Campbell Lane in Mount Salem, St. James on Saturday morning. The 31-year-old driver was miraculously only shot once despite the gunmen raining a barrage of bullets at the vehicle, the police said. It was reported that around 6:26 p.m., the man was driving his motor car along the roadway when he was pounced upon by three men, at least one of which was armed with a high-powered weapon. Police said the men opened gunfire at the motorist, who managed to reverse the car and later realized that he was suffering from what appeared to be a gunshot wound to his left leg. He was assisted to hospital where he was treated and admitted in stable condition. The police, while processing the scene, found almost 20 Smiths casing involving those used in M16 rifles. Two men charged over alleged conversion of a drilling machine into a gun. Two men from St. Anne have been charged with breaches of the Firearms Act following a police operation in the parish in which a drill that was allegedly converted into a gun was found. 22-year-old Adrian White and electrician Demar Luca Ellis, both of Bel-Air Phase 2 in Runaway Bay, have been charged with conversion to a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. Ellis also has an address in Heritage District in Manchester. About 9 p.m. on January 6, the police signaled White, who was the driver of a Nissan AD wagon motor car, to stop and he complied. A search of the vehicle was conducted and two 9M Smith casings were found in the driver's door, the police say. A search was later conducted at White's and Ellis' home, which yielded one rapid-fire drill that the police say was converted into a gun. The weapon was found in a bedroom. A court date has not been finalized. Captain Blake Roper hailed as brave and inspiring JDF member. The Jamaica Defense Force JDF has hailed Captain Blake James Roper, who died in a car crash on Saturday, as a brave service member who was an inspiration to many through his unwavering commitment. The loss of Captain Roper leaves a void within the JDF family. He has contributed significantly to safeguarding the nation's security and embodied the finest qualities of bravery, selflessness, and sacrifice. He will be deeply missed, said Chief of Defense Staff Rear Admiral Williams Coleman. The 31-year-old pilot served the force for 8 years and up to his death was a Maritime and Cyber Command. He was a recipient of the Medal of Honor for General Service with Claps. An Army statement said Roper served with honor and dedication within the force and was an inspiration to many through his unwavering commitment. Opposition leader Mark Golding said the late Army officer was a family friend whom he admired. Blake was a highly professional and dedicated young member of the JDF with a bright future ahead of him. So sad to lose such a wonderful young man in his prime, he tweeted. The Jamaica Hockey Federation has also paid tribute to Roper and his work with the national program. The crash occurred about 1 a.m. at the Harbourview runabout while Roper was driving a blue motor vehicle towards the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston. On approaching the runabout, for some reason, he did not make the left to continue around the runabout but instead went over into the runabout where he collided with a piece of concrete and the vehicle got damaged and he got injured. Roper, who was from St. Andrew, was the only person in the vehicle. He was the son of the retired Lieutenant Colonel Geoffrey Roper, the longest-serving commanding officer of the JDF Air Wing. Warmington slams Integrity Commission as a rogue organization. Edward Warmington, a senior member of the Andrew Holness-led cabinet, declared Sunday that Jamaica's anti-corruption agency, the Integrity Commission (IC), is a rogue organization and must be reined in. They must report to someone. They're not bigger than the law, and I'll ensure that they follow the law. It's a rogue organization, said the minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. He was speaking at a ruling JLP Era 2 political conference in Riversdale, St. Catherine. He is the chairman of the Era Council. We are not against them investigating corruption, but they must work within the ambit of the Act and the law, he added. Government members have been upset about ICs while condemning handing of a conflict of interest report involving the Prime Minister. They have also been peeved about a gun license report and its treatment of former National Security Minister Robert Montague. Warmington also complained that the Integrity Commission, which among other things investigates the income, asset and liability of parliamentarians, was revisited a declaration that it had initially cleared. These guys go back 10 and 20 years, asking some people to give more information on their declaration That was accepted already, he said, adding that they wrote me and asked me for more information on one of my returns, and I gave them a copy of what Ponton signed that year, and they found my return to be normal. I am not taking that nonsense from any of them. The Integrity Commission is chaired by retired Court of Appeal Presiding Justice Seymour Ponton. Warmington reiterated his commendation that the Integrity Commission should not be allowed to open investigations into income declarations made before it was established by law in 2017. Their responsibility starts in 2017, and beyond that, it has to be an investigation that was already going on, and they completed it. The Integrity Commission was formed out of a merger of Corruption Prevention Commission, the Office of the Contractor General, and the Integrity Commission of Parliamentarians. It answers to Parliament through an oversight committee. Warmington has recommended removing the Integrity Commission's prosecutorial powers and opening up to the lawsuits, suggestions that some critics have warned could weaken the powers of Jamaica's main corruption watchdog. The minister's outburst comes days after Justice Minister Delroy Chuck said in Parliament that the Integrity Commission lacks integrity and that government lawmakers don't have trust and confidence in its report. Chuck was reacting to the Commission's amendment of the 2022 report, in which it criticized former Ministers of National Security Peter Bunting of the opposition People's National Party and Montague of the JLP. The Commission indicated last week that Bunting acted within the law in granting gun license, but has maintained its criticism of Montague, who has accused the body of treating him unfairly. The Integrity Commission responded to some of the criticism leveled against, saying last week that it will not be frightened or intimidated to act in any way that is contrary to the public interest, nor will it subject itself to the undue influence or desire of any person, official or authority, while discharging its lawful function under the law. Warmington's comments also come amid a lack of clarity over why the Prime Minister's statutory declaration of his income and assets for 2021 has not been cleared. The Integrity Commission tweeted in October last year that the Commission is not in a position to certify it and in the circumstances will be unable to comment any further on the issue. And last month, Holness said the Commission wrote to him with a similar message contained in a tweet, "So, I am not in a position to say what the issue of the Integrity Commission is." Police station delay upsets Lucy Mayor. Unimpressed by the police commissioner's promise that Hanover will soon get a long-awaited police station, Mayor of Lucy Sheridan Samuels has expressed strong dissatisfaction with the delay. "I thought that when we handed the building over, it would be like 2 months down the road. Now I'm hearing that it's going to take a few months," he stated. As was reported, in July of 2021, the Hanover Municipal Corporation HMC opted to forego earning $251,000 a year in rent from the property, instead offering up to be used as a site for a police station for Hopewell. The arrangement was for the HMC to lease the building to the Jamaica Constabulary Force for a peppercorn rate of $1,000 per year for 50 years. The move was in response to concerns that Hopewell was fast becoming a crime hotspot, and the nearest police station is located approximately 3.5 miles away in Sandy Bay. On Tuesday, Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson expressed gratitude to the HMC for making the building available and also sought to explain the reason for delay. "Let me say thank you for allowing us to use it because we needed it and the community needs it," he said during a meeting with the stakeholders of the coastal town. "One of the things is, you know when you go into a building and it looks okay. I thought it was a coat of paint and then we're in," said Anderson, who added that adjustments are going to be made to the building. Unlike the mayor, former president of the Hopewell Citizens Association, Vernon Campbell, was sympathetic to the commissioner's reasoning. However, he had a suggestion for the police chief. "Based on what is happening with crime, I would have told them to put it in some temporary structure for them to operate in until they complete it," said Campbell during an interview. "At the end of the day, if a man goes into a building and he's not comfortable, he's not going to give you the results you want," he added. Commissioner Anderson said work on the building, which is approximately 70% complete, is expected to be finished in a few months. The building will host a Criminal Investigations Branch Office, a Community Safety and Security Branch Office, Traffic Office, Interviewing Room, and adequate accommodations for the men and women who will be working there.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the